In a world where justice hangs in the balance, one fearless teen takes matters into their own hands, standing up against corruption and turning the tables on those sworn to protect and serve. But what motivates a fearless teen to challenge the law? And how did this teen manage to outsmart the so-called guardians of the law? Stick around as we dissect the thrilling narrative revealing the shocking truth behind the clash of morality and power. Let's look at the case of Corporal Michael Pritch from the Little Egg Harbor Police Department in Ocean County, New Jersey. In a video posted on May 28, 2022, the incident unfolded as Corporal Pritch stopped his vehicle to confront a young man, Mr. Walker, walking on the roadside. The reason? A simple gesture, Mr. Walker giving the finger. The entire exchange was documented on Corporal Pritch's body camera. Let's take a look.
Why you giving me the finger?
What?
What's your problem?
What?
Why you giving me the finger?
I'm walking away.
Huh?
Am I free to go?
Why you giving me the finger?
Am I free to go?
No.
For
Come here.
what reason?
Why you giving me the finger? What's your problem?
Am I free to go?
No.
What, do you have a problem?
No.
Do you have a problem?
No.
You don't have a problem, then I can leave.
Why you giving me the finger when you're walking? Huh? Come here. Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
Is that a lawful order?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because you're giving me the finger.
That's legal.
No, it isn't.
Says who?
Says it all.
Pull up the law.
Huh?
Pull up the law.
What's your name?
What's the law?
What's your
What's
name?
the law?
Corporal Pritch argues that giving him the finger is illegal, justifying Mr. Walker's detention. However, legal history disagrees. In the 1971 case of Cohen versus California, the Supreme Court ruled that unless there's a compelling reason, a single obscene gesture can't be a criminal offense, although not directly addressing the middle finger.
The 2006 case of Corey versus Nissan, 2006, deemed it protected unless inciting immediate violence.
Considering these precedents, it's likely a court would deem Mr. Walker's gesture-protected speech, preventing arrest under the disorderly conduct statute.
Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, you are. You just cursed me off.
That's not a crime.
Yes, it is.
Says who?
Says me.
Says who?
Turn around. Come on.
Bro, that is not a crime.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why you cursing me?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
Help! Help!
As we just saw, Corporal Pritch physically seizes Mr. Walker, restraining him with hands behind his back. When Mr. Walker cries out for help, Pritch switches off his body camera, only reactivating it when backup arrives.
According to New Jersey statutes, Section 40A14, 118.5 mandates the activation of body-worn cameras during encounters with the public, with deactivation allowed only under specific circumstances.
Corporal Pritch's actions clearly breach both state law and the Attorney General's policy, violating the required use of the body-worn camera.
Because you're acting strange.
What? That's not legal.
It is legal. He's allowed to
Who is
detain you
this
until
kid?
he performs his
So what am I
investigation.
doing though? What am I doing that made him detain me? What legal
Every
right?
time I rode by him twice, he shot me the finger. So I turned around and said, well, you're
Is that a crime?
No problem.
Hold
Then
on
he
a
tells
second.
me
That's not a
This is
crime.
causing public disturbance.
And then he
That's
tells
not,
me to...
no, that's not a
Turn
crime.
F off, big.
Yeah, off, big. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, what the fuck you want me to do? Because it's not a crime. I know my rights.
Who are you?
I don't have to say any of that.
You do if you're being detained.
For what reason?
What is your
legal
name?
reason am I being detained for?
Where are you coming from and where are you
What
going?
legal reason am I being detained for? I need to know that. Legally, I need to know that.
Now, Patrolman Michael LaMontagne, who arrived on the scene, insists Mr. Walker must identify himself during detention, even without providing a legal basis. However, New Jersey lacks a specific stop and identify law, and the obstruction statute, Section 2C 29(1), doesn't apply when individuals aren't suspected of a motor vehicle offense. Therefore, the patrolman's demand for identification likely lacks legal grounds.
I understand what the point of this is.
I'm walking. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's the Fourth Amendment to be allowed to walk without seizures or anything like that.
You
Which
sure?
is, yes.
Are you sure that's the Fourth Amendment? You
You want to bet money on it?
You sure that's what the Fourth Amendment? It gives you the right to walk without seizure. What's going to be seizured while you're walking?
My body, my person, idiot. You were about to.
Listen.
He said I was going to be under arrest. He
You said you were
I
detained.
said stop.
You
No,
said you were
or you're
detained.
gonna be arrested.
So now what
Yeah,
happens?
so
now what happens?
he just admitted that
now
he was
what
going to
happens is when
arrest
he
me.
gives you a lawful order to stop, and you do
It
not
wasn't a
stop.
lawful order, though.
And you do not stop.
It legally was not a
and
lawful
you
order.
do not stop, then that becomes a criminal offense, and then yes, you can be put under
But
arrest.
it's not a lawful order. Then I take it to court, and then he'd get sued, and I get
Maybe.
punitive damages. I'd be rich. Is that what you want?
That
Oh,
may,
you don't know the
that
law,
may
buddy.
be what happens.
You don't know the law.
As we can see, the patrolman goes on to argue that the Fourth Amendment isn't relevant since Mr. Walker wasn't arrested or seized. However, the Supreme Court established that even if a person isn't taken to the police station, a seizure occurs when an officer restrains their freedom. Thus, Mr. Walker was indeed seized when Corporal Pritch physically restrained him.
Maybe what's going to happen. It may not be what happens. Okay.
Okay, I
What may
understand.
happen is
All right, so
is
what
you
are we
may get a
wasting time
normal
for?
jury.
Am I free
and
to go?
What
Am I
may
free to
happen
go?
is you may get
Am I
a
free to
normal
go?
jury. No, because at this point
For what reason?
you were detained. Okay, because he told you to stop
Okay.
and you didn't stop.
Okay.
So therefore, you need to identify yourself as a part of the investigation. So what is your name?
Okay, I'm gonna need all of your badge numbers.
I will give you everything written down on a card. What is your
I
name?
could give you.
If you have an ID, that's perfect.
Am I? Okay, I'll take it to court
If you have
because
an
this
ID,
is
that's
still
perfect.
this is still a detainment.
Are you a juvenile?
This is an illegal detainment,
Are
so
you
I
a
can still.
juvenile?
I'm not going to answer that.
You have to answer.
Why?
Because you're being detained.
I said I'll give you my ID, buddy. He's such a pig, bro.
So what does that make you?
Not a pig.
What does
Dude,
that
this
make
is
you for
illegal.
saying?
You'll legally have to prove that I was a nuisance
When
to
you're
the public.
standing-
How would you do that? How would you do that? I just want to hear
Camera
your-
systems. Okay, so when he goes by in the car, okay, and he sees you doing what you're doing,
And what was
that's
I
all gonna
doing?
be there.
And what part of that caused a disturbance? That's what I'm trying to legally understand. I don't understand. Is that a body camera?
That's what it is.
Perfect, perfect. Tuckerton doesn't have them, you know that? Tuckerton's been on back order for months. Because I have a lawsuit against them, that's why. And I wish they'd have body cams. I would love if they had body cams. Take out the bad cops.
It's for all of us.
Right.
It's for all of us. It's for everybody that's involved in the situation. Okay?
Appreciate it.
If you have any problems or anything, and you want to come down, you want to talk to somebody, our supervisors are always there as well. Okay?
Well, I'm going to
And
take
you
a
can do
lawsuit,
that.
so who would I press criminal charges against? For what?
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to
police
call.
officers.
You're gonna have to call and figure that out with a lawyer. You would have to file a complaint with the courts.
Got it.
Okay, and then you can go from there if you want to see if you can press charges and whatnot if you
Perfect.
violated your rights.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, am I free to go?
Don't give us fingers.
Shut the f up.
Stay out of the roadway. Stop causing a public alarm.
Dude, shut the f up. Am I
Stop
free to go?
cursing.
Am I
You're free to go.
Stop cursing. Go.
You're free to go.
After patrolman said Mr. Walker was free to leave, Mr. Walker expressed frustration with profanity, but left without further issues. Limited details are available, and it's unclear if legal action was pursued despite Mr. Walker's intention. The officers, Corporal Pritch and Lamontagne, displayed a shocking lack of understanding of constitutional rights, wrongfully detaining Walker and making false legal statements. Corporal Pritch turning off his body camera illegally is also concerning. Mr. Walker, while assertive, showed a good grasp of his rights and might consider legal action. Kudos to Mr. Walker for defending constitutional rights at a young age.